Hi everyone, welcome back to another scrapbook layout video, and thank you for joining me again today. Right there, I was showing you the sketch that I'm going to use. So a lot of you may know that I am on the My Little Scrapbook Store design team. And this past weekend we had, well, by the time this video goes up, I don't know what weekend it will be, but a couple weekends ago or not long ago, we had an online crop. She does the online crops every few months. I have to tell you, if you have never joined, I highly recommend you join. You get a printable of a free printable of all their challenges. It's free to join the crop. We do lives. There's a bunch of designers that do live videos, some on Facebook, some on their YouTube. There's card makers, there's scrapbookers, all kinds of sorts of things. So if you've never joined, like I said, it's free to join. So I will leave a link below to it. And it's a really great place. It's a lot of fun. Well, this challenge was made by Tisa. She is one of the designers as well, and she chose this sketch. And kind of the point to this sketch was to use busy pattern paper because that was also one of the challenges. So maybe I didn't look at the challenges close enough to know if they were two separate challenges, but the cool thing is with this crop is you can enter any layout or anything you do. You can make a card from this sketch. You can make a traveler's notebook from this sketch, anything from this sketch, and you can post a picture of it in the group and you can be entered to win a $10 gift card just from that one. And there's multiple. So each one you enter, you get a chance to win. So it's like I said, for a free crop and for her to give away those prizes, I really, plus you're helping to support a local small business. So please go over there and check it out. So I had this collection out from the last video I just did, and I thought I would go ahead and use it, keep using it. This sketch worked out really perfect for this photo. This is just with all of my teachers, which is actually kind of sad because last year was the first year, and this is probably going to be the next year where I will not get a picture with my son and their teacher. And it mostly just through elementary school. But because of COVID, I couldn't get a picture. And since they're not in school yet, I probably won't get a picture of him and the teacher this year either. But it is a tradition of mine to take a picture with my child and their teacher that year, again, just in elementary school. So I have a lot of school pages that I've just decided this year. My daughter's already graduated, so I'm ready to be done. I mean, not really done scrapbooking school photos, but I want to get a lot of them scrapped. I'm afraid to buy any more school collections because I don't know what I have. So that is a goal for me this year, is to scrapbook. I will talk more about that in my goals video whenever I get around to making that. So I'm following the sketch. I chose that star pattern paper, and then I chose that kind of ABC, the alphabet paper to go behind the photo. That way it wouldn't take too much from the photo. And then this border strip, I wanted to use this border strip because it's got kind of the school style look to it, that edge punch look. It did not go the full width of that page, but I didn't care. I kind of put it more off to one side. And then this tiny, tiny little piece is part of another border sticker that I had trimmed off and used on another layout, but this little scallop piece was left over. And I mean, I'm going to really struggle with trying to get it straight here, and I eventually give up. And it's just going to be as straight as it gets. But so I butted up the red border along the right hand side, and then the black border goes along the other side. And I tell you, if you look right now, my layout is sitting in the ink, and I didn't realize that. So I need to clean off my desk a little better, I think, and find a better place to put my ink, because I noticed I've been doing that a lot lately with my layouts. So that's going to throw me for a little bit of a loop. And I think it actually sits there long enough. You can see I've discovered it there. It sits there long enough that it's kind of soaked in, and there's a couple other spots. So I do believe that I'm going to end up backing this entire layout so I can trim off that piece. I did have this blue piece of cardstock. It's a close to my heart one. I thought maybe I'd try that. The thing is, I don't have any of these papers already in the full 12 by 12. Everything is scraps at this point from this collection. And this was before I remembered I had the other Doodlebug collection, which I think I mentioned in the last video, that I might change how I store my collections instead of just by brand, but also by theme as well. So still thinking about that. So what I'm looking through now is my petite prints because they're Doodlebug. They'll match all the colors, but I didn't know which color to use. I didn't want to take too much from the photos. I didn't want to, I mean, the colors in the photos don't really match. It's not super matchy, and that's okay with me because it kind of helps the photo stand out a little bit. And what I decided on was this black. I'm super happy that I went with the black because I'm going to add titling in, and it just kind of, my daughter's wearing black. It just really kind of worked. Now I'm going to gut the middle, and if you gut the middle, you can do a lot neater job than I do. When I get the middle of my layouts, I kind of just go for it. Sometimes if it's a paper that I absolutely love, I will do a little better job of getting the middle, but I mean, how many black and white polka dot sheets do we have? I bet you we all have at least maybe 5 to 10, right? So I wasn't super worried about using this paper up. But I did like it because it was just a subtle polka dot and it was a subtle black to it. So it ends up looking, and I think this might be the one layout I actually use my trick of the Scrappy tape on all 4 sides, but I think I might still get it down a little crooked. I know I recently did that, but I just leave it. I'm like, whatever. Oh, I just now noticed the arrows on the back side of that paper. That's actually kind of cool paper. So I'm glad I gutted it. Now that side, we don't all have one that looks like that. So that is the layout. And now I'm going to play around with, yeah, and I think looking at it, it's a little bit crooked. So that might be the one. But now I'm going to try to find letter stickers. So what I have done, and I will talk more about this again in my goals video, I want to use up some of my alphabet stickers. You guys know this. I've been doing it for maybe 2 years now. I have here and there purchased alphabet stickers, but really, unless I'm like, oh, I really want that, I don't buy them. And I have finally pulled some to the side that I'm keeping to the side where if I want to use up or use alphabet stickers on a layout, that's where I'm going to first. I started to use those other alphabet stickers, but they actually were so big that I wasn't going to be able to put the entire name, the teacher's name, which is usually just what I title these pictures with the kids and the teacher. It was just going to be so big, and I didn't want it to go all the way off of that white where these fit. Now these ones that I'm using are just Bell Boulevard. So with their collections, you used to get, if you guys remember, you used to get a collection and it would have the sticker sheet and another sticker sheet with alphabets and different things. So that's where that is from. Now here's the piece that I'm going to put down, and I'm not going to like it, but it's down and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to put this over here on the right hand side. I don't really like it. I thought I did and I like the layout in the end, and it looks good. You know, it's one of those times when you walk away and when you come back, you like it a little better than when you're actually working on it. It was kind of interesting because I had a few layouts that I've done, and I'm doing all the voiceovers now, and I really was getting kind of frustrated with quite a few of them. And I think it might be just out of sync or whatever that word is that you use. My brain doesn't want to work right now. I kind of like that little box up there, though. I wish I would have kept that there looking at it now, but I did trim down. That was just like the 6x6 pad because I do have the 6x6 pad for this collection. And I trimmed it, said World's Best Teacher, but I didn't think I liked it at the time. But looking at the camera, see, the difference is you guys see the layout from above where I'm at an angle to it. And so, we don't always see it. I don't always see the same thing that you guys are seeing because of that angle. So every once in a while, I will, find something I like. And I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done that. But I think it's just because the angle's different, but that's okay. Now I'm trying to use up, at this point I was like, I want to get this collection used up. Again, I didn't remember at this time that I had the other school collection from Doodlebug. So I'm trying out everything. I put this bus here and I liked this bus, but what I didn't like was that you could see the picture through the little windows. So I just added the stickers back in there that go, that are on the sticker sheet. And I really like the way that that kind of just filled that up. Looking at it, it's a little bit big and busy. I think that's what I like, is that that cluster with the bus and the school days kind of takes away from the photo a little bit, but it's okay. It's down there and it's a fun layout, and I've got more pictures of her and her teacher, so it's not the end of the world. Now I'm just playing around with all the clusters though, because I used the crayons down in the bottom, and after I used those, I wanted to get those crayons used somewhere else. But one of those crayons is like a doodle pop, so it sticks up partly, and those are not so easy to fit in because they're so big. Those would be cute if they gave you an entire sheet of like a one doodle pop sheet, and it was all little crayons of all different colors. That would be really cute. I don't know if they'd ever do that or not, but so just going through and using up the little bits of my stuff. I had those scissors, so I kind of tucked one part of the scissors in so it kind of looks like it's going to cut that paper. And I'm literally just taking off anything on here that I can help bring the colors around, like the red is in each area. The green is in at least two of the areas. When I say areas, I mean clusters. I don't know if I bring over the yellow to the top cluster, but it's also on that star paper, so it's not that big of a deal. And then these word stickers, I decided, hey, let's use some of these up. And they're just random word stickers. I tried to make them, whatever school, they're all school related, so I just didn't really even care what they said too much. I was just more going for the color, so that brought the black, over. I don't know if I get any word stickers up in the cluster on the top right. That one just ends up being a small cluster. I know I use something, but I'm not really sure what it is. But I do add also the word fourth grade. And I either use square or circle. Sorry, I'll get the layout. I should get the layout and leave it here. But in the still shot photos in the end, I don't do any journaling because these are just kind of last day of school photos with their teachers, and they all know what that is. So um, yeah, but I did put the fourth grade. So in the still shot photos at the end, you can see that underneath that sticker that's at the bottom by the blue crayon, that with the two little hearts. So under that is where the fourth grade is going to go. And I did use those alphabet stickers that I used on the last layout that I said I was going to try to use up a little bit. So getting more alphabet stickers used up. I'm missing my dies, but that's okay. I'm not saying I won't use my alphabet dies at all, but I definitely want to try using my stickers and getting some. I have these buckets I keep all my alphabet stickers in, and I would like to at least empty one. And if I can use up all these stickers this year, I think I will actually achieve that goal. So just big problem is stopping from buying more. Anyways, I think that is about it with this layout. So again, please don't forget to check out Michelle's page, her Facebook page for My Little Scrapbook Store and her store. She's a great person, and it's a wonderful design team to be on. I'm so blessed to be on that design team, and their challenges and crops are a lot of fun. And like I said, they don't cost anything, so feel free to join. The last thing I did there, you could probably see, is I added some enamel dots around the page, and that's about it. And that is this layout. So I did add those little stars that you can see there. Those are just little confetti stars. I think I want to say they're by Queen and Company, but those are all around the page now. And there's the word fourth grade. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.